Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, you guys are going to learn how to avoid the credit card fees and use it wisely. Keep it watching, you will get the best ideas that you can able to save dollars, hard earned dollars from your life by avoiding the extra credit card fees. At the same time, how to use it wisely. Keep holding on. If you like it, give me a like button or smash the subscribe. It's a fact that up to 60 to 70% of US people use their credit card just for convenience along with other benefits. I don't want you to lose out. Use your credit score and get the leverage of credit card. At the same time, avoid the fees. Why do you want a credit card? The foremost benefit is the loyalty program. You get the shopping benefits, travel benefits, cashback programs, points, rewards, lounge access, amenities, you name it. You get it. Also, you get 30 to 45 days of cash free money that is interest free that you can use it and pay it at the end of the month. Just name the major benefits of having a credit card. Cash leverage. No one is going to give you a 30 to 45 days of cash for free. Use your credit card as a cash when possible and get that cash leverage. It's extra money with no interest for a month to 1.5 months that you can use it. Also keep it as an emergency fund on extra card that you can use it when you need it. Let's face the reality. I'm in your shoes once in a time. I do have charges on my credit card at times, but I would like to avoid it. From my personal experience and what I went through in my life, these are my best ways to choose a credit card and avoid the fees unless it's necessary. The only way the credit card company makes money is through making us pay late, having us to get cash advance, making us to pay the interest. That's how they make money. They want to miss us out on payments or take cash advances and use purchases that we cannot able to pay so that they can make the money on interest. But here is how I'm going to teach you to avoid those and be cautious and make the best use of it and don't pay anything for the credit cards. If you understand the cards and how to use it wisely, you know how to choose to avoid the fees. Let me be frank with you. Every extra penny we give to the credit card company, it's our money, they take it. Rather, we should use the credit card and use their leverage, their money for interest free for the next 30 to 45 days. We should use it rather than paying any fees back to them. That's what you're going to learn in the rest of the video. By the way, if you didn't like this video, please go ahead and like it and smash the subscribe button. And I want to know what other fees you may think. Please comment on it below so I can learn more about the credit cards along with you. The most common fees, as I told you, is one of them is annual fee if you have a card, late payment fee, a cash advance fee, a foreign transaction fee. This you can see in your credit card statement on month to month. The foremost fee that comes to mind when choosing a credit card is annual fee. The best way to avoid it? Find a card, a lot of options that has no annual fee. Some of them even have good benefits that you're going to see in the rest of the video. Keep watching. You will get my best reviews of cards among the 20 cards I used over the last 10 years. It's worth watching. Keep it tuned. Let's face the reality. How to avoid the annual fee? Choose a card that doesn't have one. Or choose a card which anyway you're going to use it for other purposes, such as Amazon card, credit card, Costco, Sam's Club card. If you pay the membership, the credit card is free for you with no annual fee, but yet it has very good benefits, including extended warranties, travel benefits, cashback benefits, extended protection, you name it. Let's face the reality of the membership cards. I prefer Costco City Card. It's no annual fee if you pay your Costco membership, but it gives great benefits. Let's face it, it's 4% on gas, 3% on travel, and 1% everywhere else. Same with Amazon. There is no fee. You have Amazon Prime customer, you're getting 5% of your cash back. That saves tons of money. That's $50 for $1,000 spending per year. That's your money extra you're paying back. Let's face the other side of reality. Cards with low annual fees. Why do you choose it? You need travel benefits. You need free baggage when you travel. You don't need to pay the baggage fees every time you fly with them. You want points. Anyway, you're going to use their flights more often from the city you fly in. So you want to use it. And you may want other benefits like priority boarding, discounts, purchases, and redeem for flight tickets. These starts from $49 to $140. Let's go to the reality of high annual fee cards. It may be right. If you choose to fly, if you use the services more often, and if you want amenities like lounge access, free discounts, other memberships and discounts, and extra protection, this may be the card you want to choose it. Also, it may help you to get cash back on the things you're doing as a business expense also, like travel and office purchases. Most of the high-end credit cards that has annual fee ranges anywhere between $250 to $550 at most. I'm not talking about the most exclusive ones that has $1,000 like MasterCard Black, JP Morgan reserved cards. I'm not talking about that. That's not for normal people. I'm talking about normal people who make around 100,000 per year and use it. These come Citi Prestige, Chase Sapphire, and American Express Platinum and Delta. Let's come to see how to avoid the credit card interest rates. Is there any law? No, except for some state law, or else if you're a veteran or military that can limit your rates. There is no federal law that limits the interest rate a credit card company can charge. But most of the time, let me be frank, most of the time they end up anywhere between 12 to 14% to 26-27% at worst. Talk to them. If you have a charges, talk to them to reduce it if it's possible. The best way to avoid the credit card charges is avoiding the debts. Don't take any credit card debts after the due date, or don't take any cash advances unless you need it, unless it's necessary. If you need it, just try to pay it off as soon as possible, within 3 to 8 months at most, because these charge you at the end of the year up to 1/4 of the money you owe extra on top of what you owe already then. That's your extra money that you... Let me do it in numbers. If you owe a credit card company $1,000 in debt, either it could be a purchase you paid off, or you do the balance transfer, or you taken a cash advance. This will at least cost you $1,200 to $1,270 to pay back within 1 year if you pay it off all with monthly due payment with 26-27% APR. That's it. I'm just talking about the money you can save rather than paying to the credit card companies. It's your hard-earned money. Plus, you pay tax on it when you earn it. When you make money in America, you pay tax. Anywhere between 15 to 35%. It's your money that you can save it. Compare this credit card charges to other rates. Average home mortgage is anywhere between 3 to 4.5 to 5% at max. But credit card, it goes up to 25-26%. Rather, use the offers they give and reduce the rate. I agree. People have their ups and downs in life, have a bad time. If you cannot avoid the credit card debts, better plan it. Always plan as a backup balance transfer. Just use your credit card to pay some expenses that you cannot afford. Or at least if you use your credit card, try to do a balance transfer to a different new credit card, which you're going to apply soon with a 0% APR that can save the interest if you cannot afford to avoid that debt. If you're at the point you cannot pay off the credit card bills that you used it last month, or you're going to use something this month that you think you're not able to pay it off at the end of the month, or you may need some extra cash that you're going to take a cash advantage, at the same time apply for a new credit card. Most important thing you have to look for is a 0 annual fee and a promotional APR that ranges anywhere between a year or 2 years. That will save the interest when you do a balance transfer to the new card from your old card. If you plan it, you save the money out of your credit card companies. Once you have the new card you applied, when you have a debt or balance transfer on your old card, with a 0% promotional APR, do a balance transfer with a new card company to get the transfer from the old card to avoid any interest. That could save you 25% interest on your money that you're otherwise going to pay. Except the balance transfer fee, they may charge you for 3 to 5% at the onset. By the way, there is a trick to it. Keep watching. But if you didn't forget to subscribe or click the like button, let me know. There is a loophole to it. If you have already a credit card, one of them, they may send you offers every year a few times. Keep those offers. Sometimes some of them are valid for 4 to 8 months. Keep it valid. Keep the checks empty, and whenever you need it, you can use it as a balance transfer, except for the 3 to 5% fee that is much better than the interest you're going to pay on the new credit card. Keep watching. I'll give you more advices on the best credit cards to choose. Always my frank advice, avoid all the credit card debts and fees unless you need to use the card. So I would recommend use the card wisely, as much only you need, and maximize the benefits. Use the leverage. Click the like button, comment what you think about it so I can learn your perspective. What's in your wallet? When coming to best and no fee annual credit cards, these are the following ones. Each has its own benefit. Capital One, it's just a flat 1.5% cashback. With Bank of America, it varies, but it's good if you're planning to have a bank with Bank of America or do groceries or online shopping. They give a whooping 3%. Discover has rotating categories as such as Chase Freedom. Use it wisely and keep the benefits going and keep your wallet filled up. Let's face a reality. If you want to choose an annual fee credit card and you think there is a worth for it, I would go with the below options. Chase Sapphire, it's about $550. I know they increased it from the last year of $450 per year, but they give a $300 cashback on anything. But Yummy, they have the primary car rental insurance, which most of the other credit cards, including American Express, doesn't give it. That's a primary rental car insurance that you can use it whenever you rent it and avoid the second on the list on the best high annual fee credit cards is American Express Platinum. That's $550, a great selection of airport lounges you get for it, but you do get a travel credit, but it's limited. So you have to choose the airlines and only used for extra charges like a food, extra baggage, but not used for tickets. With Chase Sapphire, you can use it with any airlines, even for tickets. And each has its own food benefits and other purchase benefits. Other honorary high annual fee cards I had to mention here includes Delta Platinum, Citi Prestige, American Airlines Admiral Club credit card. These are the good credit cards. If you choose them and use for your business or personal purposes, if you fly them and use their lounges, they are the best. But keep watching and click the subscribe and smash the like button. That keep me energetic and post more videos. Post your comments below, my guys. I want to know what's in your wallet and how do you choose it wisely, or did I missed out anything major on this credit card options, or you want to include any other credit cards. Let me know what is the next video you like to be reviewed so I can put my comment. I'm going to come up with more videos on 401k, online investing, Robinhood and other things. Keep your comments filled up, that keep me entertained, and I will reply you as soon as possible. Take care, VJ.